Yo! What's up guys? My name is Steven and this is your Sweat Squad. Sa araw na to, pag-usapan natin ang aking top 11 things na I wish I knew when I started running. Yo, welcome back to this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe, follow, like, and comment down below yung mga suggestions nyo or questions nyo. Pag-usapan natin yon sa baba. So sa stage ng running career ko ngayon, nasa beginner and amateur level, I do run 20-minute 5 kilometers and 1 hour and 35 minutes sa half marathon. May experience na rin po ako tumakbo ng full 42 kilometers marathon. And this year, 2024, tatakbo po ako sa Spartan Ultra sa Philippines. So, see you sa Philippines. Pag hindi natin consider tong top 11 things na sasabihin ko ngayon, it might lead us into injury or worst case scenario, discouragement or hindi na ipagpatuloy ang pagtakbo, which is we don't want that to happen. So, going to the number 1, skipping a warm-up. Now, not warming up properly can lead to injuries, muscle strain. Here's my suggestion. Kung tatakbo ka ng light jog lang or easy run sa araw na yun, you wanna start from an easy walk, some of you light jog. I have my own warm-up routine that I do every single run, no matter kung anumang klaseng run yun. Like for example, activations ng muscle, and especially dynamic stretches. Huwag tayong naka-static stretches. Pag sinabing static stretches is inaabot mo lang yung paa mo. Pero yung dynamic is para ka nag-jumping jack. Pinapaikot mo yung mga muscles para magkaroon ng range of motions. Now, if you're interested to know about my warm-up, yes, I can upload a video of it. Pero kung meron lang pong magsasabi sa akin na, yes, Steve, upload it. Number 2, doing too much too soon. Nakikita ko yung mga new runners, nakaka-start lang, for example, this year, from 5K, bigla na lang magiging ultra-marathoner. I'm like, that's a big recipe for a big injury. Now, kung mapapanood nyo po sa video ko on how to plan your workout, ang sabi ko doon is, weekly dapat increase ang mileage and intensity or hirap, pero let's make it sure na 10% lang ang increase natin weekly, and magkakaroon din tayo ng recovery week after a few weeks, like 3 to 4 weeks later on. Now, in the history, 10% increase sa mileage and intensity ang pinaka-safe as possible para sa ating muscles. Now, itong 10% na to, yes, para lang ito sa mga beginners. Now, what if tagal ka ng runner, matagal ka ng cyclist, matagal ka ng endurance athlete, nag-stop ka lang for a meantime, like for sabihin natin short break or dahil nagkaroon ka ng injury, yes, you can bump it up a little faster than 10%, more than 10%, like 15 to 20% kasi meron ka ng history sa sports na yan. Now, aside sa example na yun, tayong mga beginners should only increase our mileage by 10% weekly. Bakit? Kasi our body is not used to that kind of mileage, which can lead to burnout or unnecessary injuries. Number 3, wearing the wrong shoes. Now, for some disclosures, lahat na ipapakita ko dito mga sapatos ay hindi ako sponsored. I bought it all with my own earthly credits. Walang nag-sponsor sa akin, but you can sponsor me. Here are my shoe rotations. Now, bakit mahalaga ang shoes? Pwede akong gumawa ng another video para maipakita sa inyo ang bakit ganun kahalaga ang proper gear, especially proper shoes. Kasi meron po mga shoes na sobrang baba ng stock height. Pag sinabing stock height, simula sa baba hanggang doon sa taas ng cushion. Masyadong mababa ang stock height. Ibig sabihin nun. Now, meron din naman mga shoes na sobrang taas. Like in this case, this is my race shoe, Adios Pro 3. Nakalagay dito, 39mm ang stock height niya sa heel. So, basically, mas mataas ang cushion, mas protective sa ating mga tuhod. But, higher doesn't always mean better. Kasi pag nasasanay ang paa natin sa mga matataas na sapatos, nawawalan na ito ng sariling strength. Kaya nga merong mga taong mahilig sa barefoot shoes. Kasi para natural, magkakaroon ng lakas ang ating paa. You have to find the right shoes on the proper road na tatakbuhin mo. Now, pagka racing o flat racing, usually ang gamit ko ito, Adios Pro 3. Flat siya. Makikita nyo yung traction. Ayan. So, wala siya. Flat lang siya. Smooth. Lahat na nasa isip ko pag gagamit ko to is to run fast. Pero, ang gamit ko naman sa Spartan races ko or sa trail races ko is this one. Speed Goat 5 Hoka One One. And makikita nyo sa traction niya, ayan, this is 160 kilometers in. Ginagamit ko lang po ito pang race. I don't use this for training because I don't train sa trails. But you can see the difference of a road running shoe and a trail running shoe sa traction. Merong lugs itong kabila, yung isa is mostly flat. Number 4, neglecting rest days. Now think of it like this. Rest days are the only day kung saan natin nare-recover ang katawan. Sabi nga nila, it's not when you're working out na nakukuha mo ang gains. It's when you're resting na nakukuha mo yung gains, na ina-absorb ng katawan mo yung mga benefits from the hard workout na ginawa mo few days before. So huwag kayo matakot pagka nagkakaroon ka ng rest day. Kasi that is the day you get stronger. Rest days should be a part of your weekly training plan. Actually, I treat rest day as a training day. Yung araw na yun, ang training plan ko for that day is rest. And if I do my best to complete my normal workouts, I need to do my best also when it comes to recovery. Number 5, poor running form. Pagka pangit ang running form mo, eventually it can lead to some injuries like calves or ankle or knee injuries or marami pa. Now, like for example, merong mga heel striker na pagka tumatakbo, ganito nangyari, una ang heel sa kalalapag ng sapatos. Pagka heel striker ka, usually, knees mo ang nagkakaroon ng problema. And ang sabi nila, mas maganda daw kung ang running form mo is nasa midfoot. Midfoot. Unang landing is midfoot or forefoot. Hindi pangit pong running form ang heel muna. Heel striking ang tawag doon. Take a video of yourself or tell somebody to take a video of you para makita mo kung ano kamusta ang form mo. Now, pro tip, kung gusto mong gumanda ang form mo, try adding strides sa iyong weekly workout or running on hill. Because nobody runs a bad form pagka paakyat ka ng hill. Now, number 6, ignoring pain. Pagka may sakit, magpahinga tayo. Few days off from training, like 1 to 2 days, won't even change your fitness. Even kung consistent ka ever since na nagtitrain, kahit 1 week kang hindi mag-train o walang gawin na klaseng running, hindi mawawala ang fitness mo. And it's always much better na you take a rest or few days off para lang mawala, until mawala yung sakit nung nararamdaman mo. Kasi baka naman lumala pa yung injury niya at months or years kang hindi makatakbo, which is way longer than what we want to happen. Sabi nga nila, 2 days off or 2 months off. Pili ka. Number 7, inconsistent training. Now guys, kung gusto mong gumaling o lumakas o bumilis sa running or kahit saang aspect ng buhay natin, when we are inconsistent, pagka hindi natin palaging ginagawa ang bagay na hindi tayo gumagaling doon. So, try to do the workouts that you want to do, that makes you happy. Now, if you're into performance, syempre, gagawa ka ng mga workout na ayaw mo, na masakit. Now, if you're into just healthy living, a healthy lifestyle, a fit body, you just go for a run. And just be consistent. May mga taong gustong tumatakbo sa trails, then go for it. May mga taong gustong tumatakbo sa park, then go for it. Now, may mga taong tumatakbo na may kasama or nasa park run kasama ang grupo, races, ganyan. Go for it. It doesn't always need to be complicated. You just have to be consistent. Because above all else, if you want to get stronger, consistency is better than intensity. So, always show up no matter what. Pagka pinlano mong mag-workout ka that day, kung wala ka namang sakit or anything, tinatamad ka lang, just show up. Sabi ko nga, 40% lang ang meron ka that day and you gave it all, you gave your 100%. Number 8, not staying hydrated. Now, sobrang halaga ng hydration, especially sa atin, no matter what. Sabi nga nila, pwedeng ilang araw kang walang kainin, pero ang tubig hindi pwede. Bakit? Kasi pagka nawala na tayo ng tubig, pagka nawala na tayo ng salt sa katawan, tayo mamamatay. Now, dehydration can significantly affect our running performance. I believe that was 30 to 40% ang effect sa performance natin, even in just a short run. Now, I suggest drink water before, during, and even after your workout. Not just specifically running, and especially kung nasa mainit kang lugar. Especially sa summer days. And hydration doesn't always mean water only. Kailangan ng katawan natin ng electrolytes, specifically salt. Some of you might be using some sports drink powder or Gatorade or dito sa Japan, Aquarius, Pocari Sweat, or whatever sports drink you drink. Na kung medyo masakit sa bulsa, you can always go for the easiest and cheapest way to stay hydrated. That is to put salt in your water. I always do that every morning when I wake up. That's the first thing I do. Kasi isipin mo, 7+ hours kang hindi uminom ng tubig kasi tulog ka. You are dehydrated for so long. Being dehydrated can cause us staleness or weakness, feeling tired whole day, and even headache. So baka mamaya yun ang rason natin sa mga ganong feelings. So why not go add some salt to your water and go for it. Number 9, poor nutrition. Now, not fueling for your body's needs according to the workout can drastically affect as well the workout itself, especially pagka ito ay hard workout. Whenever we're doing hard workouts, ang gamit ng katawan natin is carbs, carbohydrates. Hindi tayo magre-rely sa fats mostly. Our bodies needs carbs mainly. Now, sabi ng mga fad diets sa iba't ibang mapapanood mo sa YouTube or Google, carbs is not a good thing, dapat low calorie. But in endurance sports, carbs is the number one food na kailangan natin. Carbs is our energy. Yes, pagka hindi ka nag-workout, hindi ka nag-exercise, hindi ka nagkakaroon ng aerobic runs or cycling, carbs can be stored as fat, kaya tayo tumataba. But whenever we're running, yung katawan natin, nagbabago ang tingin niya sa carbs. Not storing it, but using it as our primary fuel for that workout. And above all else, after every workout mo, make sure na you will focus as well sa mga macronutrients, which is protein, fat, and syempre carbohydrates. Make sure na kukumpletuhin pa rin natin ang well-balanced diet. Number 10, skipping gym training. Or in other words, strength training. Ang running and cycling, lalo na ang cycling, can lead to muscle imbalances. Kaya pagka tayo nagkakaroon ng strength training or gym training, gym session, naibabalik natin ang balanse ng ating paa, ng ating muscles. Now, minsan may mga taong malakas ang kaliwang paa lang or minsan kanan lang. Kailangan natin maipantay ito by doing strength training. Now, it doesn't have to be heavyweight. Hindi mo rin kailangan pumunta pa sa gym kasi alam kong mahal ang gym. But if you can afford it, that is way better. Now, if you have your own gym sa room mo, like I do, mas maganda na mag-focus tayo sa gym session kasi it will help us sa injury prevention. Especially for the core, for the legs, and upper body. Whole body, mas maganda. Pro tip, kung ayaw mo nag-gym, ayaw mo nag-workout, go for compound exercises. Kasi sa isang movement mo, tambak na muscles ang na-workout, so time efficient. Best bang for your buck. Now, last but not the least, number 11. Kulang na ako ng isang daliri. Not using sunblock. Now, kahit cloudy pa sa labas or gabi, merong tinatawag na UV rays. Ano ang ginagawa ng UV rays? I'm not a scientist, I'm not a teacher about it, but one thing I know for sure that it causes damage sa ating skin and sa ating mukha. Now, maraming reasons kung bakit kailangan natin gumamit ng sunblock, but the number one and the most important reason, and that is to prevent skin cancer. Never ako lumalabas ng bahay nang walang sunblock, especially sa mukha, kasi pagka wala ka sunblock, madali kang magka-pimples. So, tip na rin po sa mga acne sensitive na people, make sure na 15 minutes before kang maarawan, ilalagay mo na yung sunblock sa katawan mo. Now, total, nandito ka pa rin, bibigyan kita ng bonus. Pagka tumatakbo ka sa pinakamainit na oras ng araw na yon, or specifically sa summer, whether sa pinakatanghali, and wala kang time kundi yun lang, make sure na yung damit mo is not black. Kasi pag black, it absorbs the light, it absorbs the heat. Lalo tayo naiinitan. So, I prefer, yes, dapat mas maganda tumakbo ng sando, but make sure na light colors, bright colors, and specifically, white. Bakit white? Because white reflects the light para at least yung init nare-reflect niya palayo sa'yo. So, tip yon. I don't suggest na tumakbo kayo sa pinaka mainit na oras ng araw na yon because it might lead us into skin cancers or even overheating or heat stroke, which is we don't want that to happen. Now, avoiding these common mistakes can help you start running safely and enjoyably, leading to long-term success and health benefits. Now, stay safe in your runs and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!